Hi, it's a Saturday evening, and I thought that let me share with you one of my most favorite stories, a book that I received in my childhood. And it's a wonderful book. If you see this is those pop up style ones, beautiful, and it was so loved by me that almost every day I think I might have read this like for years and years together. So, just like that, thought that let me share this story with you. It's a wonderful story. Masha and the bear. Once upon a time, there lived an old man and an old woman who had a granddaughter named Masha. One day, some friends of Masha's decided to go to the forest to gather mushrooms and berries, and they came to Masha's house to ask her to go with them. Please, Granny and Grandpa, said Masha, do let me go to the forest. You may go, but see that you keep close to the others and don't lose sight of them, or you might get lost. The two old people replied. Masha and her friends came to the forest and began to hunt for mushrooms and berries. From bush to bush, from trees to trees, went Masha. And before she knew it, she had strayed far away from her friends. When at last she saw that she was all alone, she began to halloo and call to them. But her friends did not hear her and made no answer. Masha went here and she went there. She walked all over the forest, but she could not find her way and was quite lost. By and by, she came to the wildest and thickest part of the forest, and there, before her, she saw a little hut. Masha knocked at the door, but there was no reply. So she gave the door a push, and lo, the door opened. Masha came into the hut and sat down on a bench by the window. She sat there and she thought, I wonder who lives in this hut. Why is no one here? Now, in that hut, there lived the great big bear. Only he was out walking in the forest just then. That's the bear's house. It was evening by the time he came home, and when he saw Masha, he was very pleased. Aha, said he. Now I'll never let you go. You will live in my house as meek as a mouse, and you will cook my dinner and my breakfast too, and be my servant faithful and true. Masha sorrowed and grieved for a time, but it could not be helped, and so she stayed with the bear and kept house for him. Every morning the bear would go to the forest for the day, and before leaving, he would tell Masha to stay in the hut and wait for him. You must never go out without me, he would say. If you do, I'll catch you and eat you up. So Masha set to thinking how to run away from the bear. All around was a forest, and there was no one to ask which way to go. Masha thought and thought, till at last she knew what to do. That day, when the bear came back from the forest, Masha said to him, Bear, bear, do let me go to my village for a day. I want to take something good to eat to my grandmother and grandfather. No, that won't do at all, said the bear. You will get lost in the forest. Give me whatever it is you want them to have, and I'll take it to them myself. Now that was all that Masha wanted. So they're talking to Masha. She baked some pies, put them on a plate, and getting out a large basket, said to the bear, I'll put the pies in the basket and you can take it to my grandmother and grandfather. But mind, You are not to open the basket on the way, and you are not to eat the pies. I am going to climb on oak tree, and I'll be sitting there and watching you. Very well, give me the basket. The bear replied. Go out on the porch first and see if it is raining, Masha said. The bear went out on the porch, and Masha at once crawled onto the basket and put the plate of pies on her head. The bear came, and there was a basket all ready for him. So he put it on his back and set off for the village. So there, Masha, getting some pies. Let's see what happens next. Tramp, tramp went the bear amid the spruce trees. Clumpety clump went he amid the birch trees. Up hill and down dale ran his long winding trail. On and on he walked without stop, till at last he was tired and fit to drop. If I don't rest my bones, I think I'll die. So I'll sit on a stump and eat a pie, said the bear. But Masha called out from the basket, I see you, I see you. Don't sit on the stump and don't eat my pie, but take it to Grandma and Grandpa. Say I. Dear me, what sharp eyes Masha has, said the bear. She sees everything. Look at that cute little basket on the bear. And the rabbit's looking at them. He picked up the basket and went on. He walked and he walked till he could not walk any more. So he stopped and said, if I don't rest my bones, I think I will die. So I'll sit on a stump and eat a pie. But Masha called out again from the basket, I see you, I see you. Don't sit on the stump and don't eat my pie, but take it to Grandma and Grandpa. Say I. The bear was astonished. What a clever girl Masha is, said he. She's sitting high up in a tree and she's far away, but she sees all I do and she hears all I say. He got to his feet and walked on even faster than before. Jump, jump, jump. He came to the village and finding the house where Masha's grandmother and grandfather lived, began to bang away at the gate and with all his might. Knock, knock, knock. Open the gate. I have brought you something nice from Masha, he cried. But the village dogs scented the bear and rushed out at him from every yard, yelping and barking. Bow, 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 bow. The bear was frightened. He sat down, basket by the gate, and away he ran to the forest without once looking back. The old man and the old woman came up to the gate and they saw the basket. What is in that basket? The old woman asked. The old man lifted the top, he looked, and he couldn't believe his eyes. For there in the basket sat Masha, alive and well. Look at this. See the pop? The old man and the old woman were overjoyed. They kissed and embraced Masha and they said she was clever as clever can be. And as indeed all our readers will surely agree. Look at this cute pop-up. Having such a nice, oh, what a beautiful spread. See? So there goes my story of Masha and the bear, now in a video format. forever.